Hey everyone, Craig Williams here, back with another video. In this video I'm going to give you a quick walkthrough of my track So Shake that's released now on Dim Mak. Okay, we'll just get into it. So as you can see here, I've got the full track, everything going on and stuff like that. But obviously that's not how it started out, and this over here, this section over here is pretty much how I got the ideas together. I had all this this whole section here was starting at bar 1, and then I just work on the loops and different sections, and then I can move it over and then start the arrangement in here. It's just the way that I always work. I find that it works best for me. So the initial idea that I had, let's get that zoomed in there, was for the bass and just the drums and stuff like that. And I didn't have the vocal in there just yet. So I wanted that sort of glitchy sort of bass. So all I've done there is just worked on this section here and got the bass and the drums and everything working well together. From there I just work on getting sort of a main drop. So this section here would be relating to the first section, and then the second section with the addition of the other synths in would be this section here. So the other additional synths that I've got in is it's just sort of adding on what the bass is doing. And then on top of that, I've got these 3 hoovers doing crazy stuff, really getting a pumping sound going and really just sort of lifting the track a little bit more. So as you can hear there, and then with the drums and everything like that, it's pretty much the same as it was before. So that's kind of the 2 sections there, and then I wanted like a B part, just change the bass up a little bit, and I've just played around with taking some some different sounds out. And then I've wanted to do a bit of a breakdown section, so from there I've just written a little line, and then there's the parts, but I can show you as we go through. Probably not have that bit there. So most of my tracks I start off with the kick drum filtered is exactly the same as the one above, it's just filtered down so the track doesn't hit too hard when it comes straight in, and 9 times out of 10 you're going to have that stuff filtered down anyway when you're mixing the track in. As for drums, just got pretty snappy sort of clap going on and just a little 909 hat, and then for the little turnarounds I got like a LM1 sort of Lindrum, sort of that sort of 80s disco sort of toms going on. Instead of going into a full breakdown, all I've done is just taken the filtered kick drum back down again. So all in all, that whole section is 32 bars. I got the normal sort of build up of the hats, and then it gets into the track. Have some little effects and stuff like that going on, and then the vocal comes in. Just have like a little effect. Get that. Just a little repeating there to sort of bring you into the kind of a drop, or just the bulk of the track. Shake what your mama bless you with. So shake what your mama bless you with. So shake what your mama bless you with. So as you can see, there's not really any loops, there is some samples. These sections here, the plethora you see, that's from Machine. It's just doing a little bit of a reverb sort of percussion sound, and I've got a bit of that with the other clap. I find a lot of people don't really tend to do little little fills and stuff like that on the snares. I think you can add a lot more to your drums, and it helps it just from taking away just from the loop. You're adding a little bit more to it. And these little effects here I've just got from the Moog mini Moog plugin from Arturia, and that just is opening the filter and then adds like a little bit of tension to each section. There's a lot going on, so it's not really liking so many tracks, but we'll keep going. From here, it just comes in with synth. Same as what I was doing before. To get that glitchy effect on there, I've got where is it? Might be on the bus. Yeah, the camel space. And that's what I've also put on the bass to get that nice glitchy sound. So from there, sorry about that. As you can see, the CPU is not liking it. I've taken out the bass and I've started adding in the synths that come into the breakdown. So let's filtering out the vocals there. Just a simple sort of line going on. I'll show you that one. And I've also got the Prophet I've just recorded in as a little 16th note. And this is where I've laid up a lot of different synths in this section. So you heard the pad, and this is where we've got these little walking sounds. And I've just made those patterns from the off the original, just using the notes in the scale and stuff like that. And then this one here, that's playing the same. This one sort of moves around a little bit more. Obviously that's why it's called high move. The Prophet again is still doing the same thing, and then these two at the bottom are the Juno 106 are recorded in. And this one adds like a lot of beef to the bottom of the track. And then this one, last one here, is a Juno. Have the claps coming in again, the hats. Here's a cool little effect that I've done. It's a riser, but I wanted it to give the illusion that it's rising, then pulling off, then rising and pulling off. So what I've done is just doubled it up. Because it's white noise, I wasn't really worried too much about phase and stuff like that, and it's an effect, so it's not too bad. But it's like doubling the volume each time, so then you get the illusion that it's just slowly lifting, as well as it being a riser, it's lifting up again. Didn't like that. I didn't do the normal thing that it seems like every single electro track is done by pitching all the synths up at the end before the drop. I find it's kind of overdone and doesn't, 9 times out of 10 doesn't really sound good. So I've used the effects as the lifting element of the track, and then just kept my synths. They just play out the last note. They just keep repeating that last note. And then it goes into the drop where we've got, it's not going to want to play it, but we can show you individual. So that's that element there, and then if we go over here, kind of like that Dominator synth, or the Bloody Beetroot synth, whichever one you listen to first. And then the vocals just got a little bit more going on, where I've just repeated that on the end of each section. So they kind of it's kind of about the rest of the track. If you've got any questions on anything, feel free to leave a comment. If you want to see any more, or if you want to see any of my other tracks that I've done, feel free to leave a comment and I'll try and do them as well. Also, I'm going to do one on the bass if you guys want, so just leave a comment if you want me to do the bass, but that's going to be another whole tutorial, because as you can see, that's massive, that's the sub, and then they go in together, so there's a lot going on. But if you guys want to see that, I can do a tutorial. Don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to head over to my Facebook page, give it a like, and also pick up your free samples, and also my free EP is available there as well, and also hit us up on SoundCloud, Twitter, and all those other good places. Until next time, see you later.